We live. Peace, 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 family. Peace and prosperity,
Right.
positivity. This is Brothers in America, Brother Leo, Brother Conscious, with my co-host,
Holy water and green tea.
Holy Water and Green Tea, Green Tea, Green Tea. Brother, our
That's right.
topic of discussion today is men boundaries, and is it really, does it really constitute as being boundaries or insecurities? Because I know in this day and this age, with a lot of modern day women, um, a lot of women will call it being insecure towards our boundaries.
Okay.
Um, Holy, do you think that boundaries or security factors? Do you feel as if it's necessary in relationships, especially of today's age and time? Do you
You
feel as
said
if
you said boundaries or insecurities.
or
Insecurities are
securities
how do you
meaning when
what
I
do you
say
mean
security,
securities?
mean is like insecurity is a man being insecure, but it's a security as in him being secure. Like this is what I don't want you to do. This is what I like. You know what I'm saying? Security measures like you don't cross the line.
Okay, okay. What's the question exactly?
I said again, do you feel as if boundaries is need to be implemented in relationships nowadays in modern day
Yes,
relationships?
boundaries is a form. I ain't gonna lie. I've been reading a lot, and
Yes,
when you have boundaries, the
yes,
great Dr. Miles Monroe said this. When you
yes.
have boundaries,
Or
when you have
you might find somebody who like Dr. Miles as well. But keep going,
Oh
brother.
yeah, Dr. Miles Monroe, phenomenal. Changed my thought process when it came to research. But
Hmm.
he said boundaries give you freedom, and those boundaries come within authority as well. Those authorities and those boundaries actually give you freedom when it's the right form of authority and boundaries.
Yes.
And as far as securities or insecurities, you're gonna have to kind of explain I never heard nobody put it like that, like securities and insecurity. Like
Securities.
I
I
just
mean, I'm securing my house. I'm securing my house, my property, my
Oh,
whole.
okay, okay.
You feel
Regular.
me? Yes.
Okay, I thought you was using like a form of speech when you
It
said
is. It is a form
securities.
of speed security, brother. My security, like my boundaries, my regulation. You open my house at a certain time, my alarm gonna go off. You know, in terms of like
Okay,
that. But in terms of whatever, I'm gonna go a little more and dive into that because I feel like the gender roles, it's convenient when it's convenient, but it's also inconvenient when it's inconvenient. Like let me tell you what I mean. You know, it's a man's duty to protect and provide, right? We know that it's a man's duty in a relationship to protect and provide, and also
that's what we've been told. But go ahead.
yes, yes, that's what we're being told, and we're being taught for generations. It's a male's duty,
Uh,
a husband's duty to protect and provide his household. You know, what I'm saying his loved ones and so forth. The question: do you believe in God?
man, come on,
Oh,
explain. Man, come on. We ain't got explain. Believe in God. Of course, we believe in God. Come on, I can answer that for you, brother. Can I?
yes, yes.
Yeah, we believe in God.
Firm
But we,
believing of the Most High.
I believe in God in a different and we gonna get to that later in another video.
Yes, yes, yes. So, like, yeah, it's male duty and the perspective. He's being taught as a child to be the protecting provider. But I feel like and nowadays, today, modern day generation, a woman chooses. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. A
Absolutely.
woman chooses to. A woman chooses when she wants the man to protect and provide. Because like this, right? If me and my lady, we going outside, right? Me and my lady, me and my wife,
Uh-huh.
my significant other, or whatever, we going outside. I'm going to tell you, baby, I need you to dress it appropriately because you're going to have men out there that's going to harass you, going to hiss you, catcall you, and so forth. So I want you to dress accordingly. That way, we won't have no issues. I'm here to protect you, but at the same time, I'm trying to limit the amount of problem or turmoil or conflict that comes with you dressing this way. But nowadays in this modern day generation, a woman would sit here and say a man's boundaries as him being insecure, like, oh, you're an insecure man. You can't tell me what to do. Like you want to pick and choose when you want me to protect. You need me to protect you at all times. You need me to be masculine at all times. You need me to be a man at all times. Then you have to let me lead. You have to let me lead at all times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, women they tend to nitpick because let me tell you why. Like, and also I feel like what is really inappropriate, like inappropriate behavior. in terms of you being married or you being in a relationship, and you also posting videos, you posting pictures, inappropriate half naked pictures, or full naked, because it's a new day, a new age where we have a lot of social media ties where these women feel as if it's okay, their body, their choice, and not adhere or listen to their significant other. Like, you can't wear this, you can't do this. Oh, you're an insecure man. No, I am a very, very secure man because I'm secure of myself. And the insecure man won't be able to tell you what to do or nothing what to do, but what's feasible, what's doable in a relationship. That's where an insecure man. That's where an insecure man kicks in. But I feel like I say too much. Holy, go ahead, brother.
Well, basically, bro, I'm at the point in my life, bro, where I don't care how a woman dresses, bro,
Even your
because you
woman,
know, because
even your
it,
woman.
yeah, because it's because I'm at the point. What's up? I'm at the point where if it bothers me, I'm just gonna end up. I'm just gonna, replace her. You know, I'm not gonna argue the facts. Why some people hate mixed race marriages? Love can be with anyone who has the right heart. Oh Lord. See, you're talking to the wrong. You're talking to the wrong black men for that. you're talk. You're gonna have to go to the liberation page because you talking to the wrong black man for that. We don't hate nobody, but you talking we this is a different dialogue that we're having right here. We're
Yeah,
trying to stay on topic. Now we can have that right there. We can break that down one of these days. See, I told you that race baiting conversation is a real hot topic right now.
yes, yes, yes,
I don't want to do it because I have mixed race in my family, but it's like, hey, when it's that's a whole nother topic. We're gonna come back to that though. We matter of
yeah,
fact, let me screenshot that.
yeah.
Who is this? True Angel. True Angel, you gonna have to come back for that one. We gonna matter of fact, next
I'm
conversation.
pinning it. I'm pinning. I'm
Pin it,
pinning that.
yeah,
I'm pinning.
pin,
I pinned it.
pin
Yes,
yeah.
I pinned it. I
But
feel
don't
like
pin it.
that might be
That's
my
not that's not the topic. That's not the topic. So don't pin it. That's not the topic. So don't
I
pin it.
think that might be my audience that I told you look out for.
How is that?
Somebody,
Who is that? That you think
I don't
so?
know. That might be the audience I told you look out for.
You can't. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think that's the audience I told you look out for.
Oh, okay, no doubt. Yeah. That's I'm a different kind of black man. I can't. Hey,
I think you
my
trying to bait
mentality.
me. You trying to bait me to respond to his.
Hey, that's a good topic right there. That
Yeah,
topic right there is phenomenal. Like, I wish, yo, that's a good topic. But
yes,
anyway, man,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's
Speaking to the wrong people. Speaking to a black man and two
yeah,
black men on this podcast. Ain't no race
yeah.
hate
You
or anything like that. That's a loaded
say
question.
you hear this right here?
Yes, 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 yes. But
I,
but but
yeah,
piggyback
go
on what
ahead.
you were saying. You were saying that you don't want to even argue with a woman who dressed inappropriately. That what
No,
you were
because
saying last.
if so, I'm at the point now where I'm not even gonna go back and forth with a woman no more because
Hmm.
by the fact that I'm going back and forth with a woman about
Hmm.
anything, I'm not gonna try to explain anything. If something bothers me, then I'm gonna do my due diligence and focus on my replacement. Focus on the replacement factor. I'm not gonna lie. I was dealing with some women one time, and I ended up leaving both of them alone. But in my mind, I said to myself, "Dang, maybe." And this is no. This is it's not bad on them. This is bad on me. I should have just replaced them though, because they weren't meant to deal with me. You know what I'm saying? Now, would I do it differently now? I'm not. I'm just trying to give you a spill on my history a little bit, but
Hmm.
I'll focus on the replacement factor opposed to just trying to go back and forth and try to get them to do what I want them to do. I would see what kind of values they have in the beginning, brother.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
I
sir.
glad I was able to get that. I wanted to say because I was speaking to an elder. I was speaking to an elder today, right? An elder was saying, when you value a person,
Okay.
right, and they make a
Uh-huh.
suggestion or a recommendation, right, and you don't follow it, how are you
Okay.
truly? And it's something that's beneficial towards you. How can you say you value that person? Like, again, you value somebody. If I sit you and I like, yo, this is my wife right now, right? You say you don't argue, you don't go back and forth, you just replace them. This is my wife, right? Or my fiance or something like that of that nature. And I'm saying like, yo, babe, I don't want you sitting in your car because you live in a bad neighborhood. and you hear me and you agree to it, but you don't follow like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain bad things can happen. Somebody can pull up on you and rob you, or somebody can do X, Y, and Z to you, and you do not hear it. So I'm saying, how can I be of any value towards you if I give you like suggestion? I give you a suggestion like, yo, that's as bad. I don't want you to be out there. You can end up getting robbed or something like that, or something of the case. And you don't listen. You don't adhere to my request, not my demands, my request. So, but how are you really valuing somebody?
Right.
Dating and living with
Dating
the
and living with
female.
the female, you'll
You
see the
female.
real her when you live with her. Yeah.
That is that is very
Yeah.
true. That
That's
is
true.
that is very true. You know,
Absolutely.
I believe in this. I believe in this old saying too as well. When somebody show you who they really are, believe them. You understand? Like I kind of feel like what Holy said earlier. I kind of feel what Holy said earlier when he said he don't want to do the argument, the back and forth thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I personally feel like sometimes you can't, because like certain people are so stuck in their
You,
ways.
you
They're
can
so stuck
never,
in their,
as a
yeah.
man, you can never.
When
It's
it,
pointless.
yeah, and I feel
You
like
know,
that you can't. Go
you
ahead.
know, if you talking about gender roles, right?
Hmm.
If there was a gender role for arguing, the woman would have that role.
You would have cost me line. Step on that line, mine.
That's real. Like if they, because they can carry a child for 9 to 10 months. Now, biblically it's 10 months, I believe. I'm not sure, but hey, we're gonna get back to that later. But okay, we're gonna say if they can carry a child for 9 months, how long you think they can carry a grudge? Okay.
Mm,
Like think of like so if they can carry their emotions for a long time because that's how they're designed to. So you go back and forth with a woman, you're setting yourself up for failure because
hmm.
she can carry that longer than you can. Matter of fact, she's more able to, like, it's like a weapon. Like she's more naturally in tune with carrying that emotional state. We're not. We're focused on getting directly to the, but that's not bad for her. It's just that you gotta step out of that element. That's her element. Her element is to carry weight as far as emotional weight. Your job is to carry that physical weight. Like you
Yes,
said, hunting, providing,
yes.
protecting.
Provision. Yes,
Your
protect.
goal
Yes.
is your goal is not to nurture any kind of emotional argument. That's
Hmm.
if anybody's going to decide to do that in a relationship, it should be her, even though it's still dysfunctional. But go ahead.
Do you feel
And
as
and
do
these are
you,
my opinion. These are my opinions. But go ahead.
do you feel as though emotional and intelligence is a factor, should be a requirement in a relationship where a woman, because I'm about to step on the line, mine, but
Go ahead, man. Just take your time with it.
yes, because like not saying confrontation at women bring confrontation, but I feel like most of the time we have to we have to work our feelings and our emotions around a woman, like like not saying the wrong thing or triggering her or so forth. Because like in this day in this age, like she's mad, she's gonna be mad for a long time. With us as men, we are taught to be mad and get over it. You know what I'm saying? But where a woman, like you said, she
Yeah.
carry a grudge. She carries a grudge.
Wh-
So
I said
you
she can. She
she can,
can. I
yes,
didn't
she
say.
can.
I didn't
Okay,
say she
yes, she
carries. I
can.
said she can
My
carry.
apologies
Yeah,
for
you
butchering
gotta.
your
Yeah,
words.
don't.
My
I'm not saying she
apologies for
does, but go
butchering your
ahead.
words. Yes.
I'm non-biased. I'm
Hmm.
non-biased. So when a
Hmm.
person is non-biased, it makes it seem like they're taking the side of that person sometimes.
Yes.
But I have to be non-biased in these type of conversations because I know men can just. I know women can be. I know men can be just as evil as a woman can be, and I know women can be just as evil as a man can be. So
Yes. Yeah, but I feel like
yeah.
there's have to be some level of emotional intelligence, like not you're not governed by emotions. Because I heard one of my psychology classes, my teacher told me you cannot be logical or practical and emotional at the same time. Logic goes out the window when your emotions get all rallied up,
Who
rallied
said
up.
that?
My psychologist,
Your psychologist.
my psychology
Psychologist
teacher,
said
yeah,
that.
my psychology
Oh.
teacher, yeah, he said that you
Then
cannot
how
be
do then
emotional.
then how does somebody have emotional intelligence?
You say, how does somebody have emotional intelligence? Learn how to control
Yeah.
your
What
emotions,
what
brother.
is
Learn how to control your emotions. You know what I'm saying? In a good
yeah,
way. Don't
yeah,
let your
yeah.
emotions control you. Learn how to
Yeah.
control your emotions, either through therapy, through training, through prayers, through meditation. Learn how to control your emotions. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, of course. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I feel like it's have to be some form of that, because not to say that women are emotional creatures or men are emotionless creatures. I feel like in a lot of
What?
relationships,
Don't say that. Don't say that. Go ahead. I'm listening to you. To say a man is emotionless creature, that make no sense to me, but go ahead.
Because like we get that stigma, we get that little stigma that we don't care, because
Yeah,
sometimes we don't want to argue, we
we,
don't
we don't
care,
we don't
we don't
we
want to
don't
do the back and forth, we don't care.
we shouldn't
That
care.
mm.
We
So you
shouldn't care
understand?
because care is the worst emotion for a man could have. Now, if I'm gonna let you talk, I'm just kind of
Mm.
what I'm saying, like we're gonna define care, the provision of what is necessary for health, welfare. Okay, that's not the care that I want.
Mm-hmm.
like feel concern or interest, attach importance to something. You know what I'm saying? Like we shouldn't care about little stuff, I guess, because this definitely, like, I was looking at the etymology of the word care, but like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was about to, but I said I ain't finna pull that definition around. I'm just going straight to Google. Go ahead. My
Yeah,
bad. I'm not going to
nah.
interrupt no more. I'm not going to interrupt no more. I'm listening to
Are
you
you
now.
good, brother? We having this a dialogue. This is a podcast, brother. A successful
Uh,
podcast.
Brother, come on, talk, man. We ain't got to
This is
talk about all that stuff. Let's go.
this
Come
is a
on, get.
successful podcast. But yeah,
Come
I
on,
do
man.
feel like
Before I call the boys in here. Go ahead.
but I definitely,
Let's
I
go.
definitely and
Let's
truly
go.
feel like it's structures in a relationship. Because I said again, and this day and this age, where a lot of women are being objected, like being subjected or objectified by sexual exploitation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I do feel
Uh-huh.
like because it's like when I see people in relationships, or when I see people in relationships, or
I'm listening. Go ahead.
when I see people in relationships or marriage, give me a second.
Go ahead. Go ahead. When he sees people in relationships or marriage, my guess is that he's focused on trying to carry the whole conversation, and try to tell her what to do without her having. No, I'm just playing. I don't know how he really feels about all that, but we gonna get to the point when he comes back, because he just stopped the whole conversation. But I think he's handling some important business. But as far as like what we was talking about earlier, all right, there you go. Go ahead, brother.
I heard you in
Go
my ears
ahead.
the whole time talking. But
That's
what I was
fine. I was
saying,
just go ahead.
yeah, in a marriage and relationship, and also with women being kind of over sexualized, just on social media on the whole. Like you go through social media, you're gonna see like ladies then posting like pictures of their
Yeah.
whole body, half naked, and whatever the case may be, right? And I feel
Yeah.
like it's the norm. And now
It's
usually when
prevalent.
I
It's prevalent now. Well,
yes,
I can't say it's prevalent. I can't say it's prevalent, but I can't say it's ubiquitous because those are, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
yes, and I feel like
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So I feel as if it's the norm, and that's becoming like socially acceptable. And I'm like, and now
It's
we have
not.
our daughters.
It's
We have,
not. It's
but
not.
everybody is everybody is doing that now. I see children, even children now, are clinging to those ideals. You
Okay.
know? Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah,
Why
yeah,
some people
kinda.
hit? Well,
Yeah, what
yes,
Kanye did
like,
to his wife, crazy. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know what he did to his wife. Uh,
with
I
the
really
with the
don't.
with the whole fashion gala, half naked
Oh,
clothes
okay.
that he designed. Yeah. But
Oh,
like
well.
when I see that like that, not to say that women don't have no structure, but that's like where were these men? Where was these fathers at that trained their daughters? Because they're somebody's daughter that's acting like this. I'm like, where was the father guidance at? To let the daughter know that this ain't the way to go about it. Like you need to
You.
cover up. Like you know what I'm saying? Leave room for
Yeah.
imagination and so forth.
You would.
So
You would be very surprised to know that a lot of these fathers are in these daughters' lives, and they still grow up with these ideals because of the environment they live in. I've
mm,
been with some women who still had their father in their life, and they still had this idea of the environment,
mm-hmm,
which is the environment is demanding. When a woman gets older, it doesn't necessarily mean she's gonna listen to all her father's teachings.
mm-hmm.
It
I'll
doesn't
follow it
mean
to the
that
T.
at
And
all.
and I want to say also in that same regard, it's like why be like you didn't follow your father teaching like you said, and then like now you're trying to fight with your husband, your significant other, your spouse. You're trying to fight with them when he's like, "Yo, baby, I don't need you dressing skimpy and those skimpy stuff." Like who you trying to gain attention? Like
Yeah.
who you trying
Well,
to like who? Go ahead.
brother, that's the problem of the man.
Hmm.
That's the man's fault, because how a woman, her values before you hook up with her, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about in general.
Yes,
Her
yes, that
values
part.
her values before you hook up with her, You're supposed to know those values ahead of time.
Yes.
Now, if you decide to still get in a relationship with this woman and you seen and you know and you didn't have that conversation with her was how do you dress? How do you eat? Do you eat pork? I don't. Okay. Do you I can't allow my children to eat this because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't eat like what are your values when it comes to this? And then
Yes.
you explain that and you break it down what you know what it is you want from her. Because now, if this is before the relationship, now if she, but you're not trying to get her to follow you. You're trying to see if she's already like that. Like I met a woman recently who was a librarian. I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
she was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, uh, and I mean she was like the way I mean she wasn't necessarily my go-to type. Like my go-to type is like brown skin, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. Or
Mm-hmm.
chocolate. But she was like high yellow. But the way she presented herself was just it was like, wow, like her values was extremely well put together. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, dang, like she was on point, you know, and I could tell this is the way she dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, do you dress like this all the time?
Mm-hmm.
And if she said, well, and I wouldn't ask it in a way like that's what I want from her, but I would
Mm-hmm.
ask in a way just of curiosity. Dang,
Mm-hmm.
you dress real nice. Is this like your everyday get up? Or do you,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, do you go to the club and rock out? And I'll just kind of, you just kind of gotta, but anyway, go ahead.
No, 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 no. That's how I definitely point. But that's make a point too. Like again, when you meet somebody, you believe them. You believe their true color and whatever else the case may be. But you said to have this conversation, maybe like you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you see stuff like I feel like what's us with men is we give grace. Men give grace, especially towards our woman, because a lot of times we give grace to our woman because a lot of
No,
time
it ain't grace, brother. It's we don't listen to the red flags, but go ahead.
yes, yes, okay,
That's not
yes.
that's not grace. That's not grace. That
Yeah,
great grace is when you don't
you
see any red
pardon.
flags
Hmm.
and then they do something and then you're willing to look past it as because you know that that was a real mistake. But
Hmm.
a red flag is something like a red light. The red
Hmm.
light don't go away. The green
Hmm.
light comes, the yellow light comes, and then the red light comes. We don't want a relationship where there's a constant changing light.
Hmm.
We want a relationship where it's constantly on go,
Hmm.
where it doesn't have you don't have a red light. You don't have to stay at this point and then figure this which way you finna turn and and that's what we've come across so many times. We've come
Hmm.
to these red flags and then we just
Look
ignore
away. Look
we
away.
ignore it because but if it's on go, then it's just moving the way it's just moving in the right direction where it needs to go.
Hmm.
But
And I
that's
feel like
that's the
sometimes we definitely have to listen though. You know what I'm saying? I feel
all
like
the
you def.
time,
Hmm.
all the time, brother.
Yeah, we you have to
If you
listen
don't
all the time.
and because I didn't listen to a red flag. Now mind you, the physical aspect of the relation when I got with her was phenomenal. It
Hmm.
was through the roof. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It was amazing, and but guess what? The emotional side of it was terrible because that
Hmm.
wasn't the woman I knew that I wasn't supposed to be dealing with her on that level. And that's what kind of probably kept me around, but then
Hmm.
it didn't keep me around though. No matter how good it was physically, it didn't keep me there because the red flag was that broad.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
bro. And eventually I
Yeah.
ended up leaving after like a year or so, but it was already there when I knew it already.
So in summary, family, basically the moral of the podcast is man is okay to have boundaries and to stick to hold your guns on your boundaries. And if somebody don't sit you and adhere or listen to your to if they honor you, and they don't listen to your words, you know what I'm saying? It's like this is if my father come to me because that's my teacher, or my mother come to me and she tell me something because I know my mother have my best interest and she tell me to do something, I'm gonna listen to her because I know she have my best interest or whatever else the case may be. But anyhow, the more so you see red flags, run, pack up and run, pack up all your things and get up out of Dodge. All right. Um, I feel like you cannot fix somebody who don't want to be fixed. You know. Um, and a lot of people like in nowadays, like men are being called narcissistic, we've been calling toxic, we've been calling insecure because you have morals and principles. We living with integrity. We're calling being called all of these stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? If we trying to like, I'm your protector, I'm your provider. I feel like I you chose me to be that for a reason. And oh, you're a narcissist. You're a narcissist. Oh, you're just toxic. Oh, you're controlling. You're overwhelming. You don't want me to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
like yeah, like so in summary, what Holy said, you see red flags and you talk to somebody and don't listen. You know what I'm saying? You keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you keep it pushing because
Yeah.
it's like you cannot change somebody who don't want to be changed.
Now to if I can say something,
Go ahead, brother.
now to kind of like compliment off of what you said when you said we show a little bit more grace.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why the reason why we show a little bit more grace is because we think that there's less options. That's the illusion. The
Mm-hmm.
illusion is men have less options, but that's the furthest from the truth because we have extreme opportunity as men. It's just
Mm-hmm.
we have to build up our confidence. And it's just
Mm.
different. See, women have a lot of confidence. See,
They
women
have
have
a lot of option, a lot of option
they
as well.
they have
Anything.
see let me say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't have a lot of options. Opportunity is options. That's what I was kind of going for. Like
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is they have options for different opportunities, but this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They have a deluge of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So their mentality is but you know why they're confident though? Is because somebody keeps telling them they're pretty. Somebody keeps telling them that they're pretty. Somebody keeps telling them that they're beautiful. Men online keep blowing their head up. You know, she could be. Hey, this is the real deal. She could be 250. You know, I done seen some good looking women up in the 200 pluses. I ain't gonna lie. I done seen some
Mm-hmm.
good looking 200 plus women, but
Mm-hmm.
250. You know, 255 foot. You know, 1 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know. But the thing about it is, she still feels like she's the bomb. A man that's 255 foot 1 is probably not gonna feel like he's the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
But check this out though, it's because of the confidence. Because there's some dudes who is real big and they got this demeanor about them, and they
Mm-hmm.
just confident and they talk with confidence. So it's the confidence that gives women that drive
Mm-hmm.
and attracts men to them. It's the confidence. That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? And then of course it could be biological as well. You know, men just like to chase. But if a woman is insecure, a lot of times I lose attraction to women that are very insecure. You know, it's just that's a big turn off for me. Insecure woman. So a lot of times women would dress in those skimpy clothes because they're probably overly confident. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. But it's man. You know, I kind of blame. I kind of
Blame man, of course.
yeah,
Unbiased
man.
man. Unbiased. Unbiased,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I blame. No, it's the truth. Men are the ones
Mm-hmm.
giving the compliments out. Who's giving the compliments more than anybody to these women? It's
Mm-hmm.
men.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we'll do is we'll have 200 men say, "Oh, you're beautiful to this woman," and then we'll say, "Oh, she's stuck up and arrogant." What about those 200 men that
I
are
blew up
just
her
blowing
head.
her head up?
Yeah.
So those men are pathetic.
Mm.
Guess what? And guess what? The ones that keep going and going and going are pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Because I've complimented women, but
Mm-hmm.
the ones who just don't like. I think calling a woman out her name every now and then is okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just being real. I'm not gonna do that on the podcast, but I'm
I'm
just
not
saying.
advocating. I'm not advocating for that message, but I hear you. I hear you, brother. I'm not
No, I'm
advocating for
just
that.
saying. No, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying, like, hey, but you see, I'm just being non-biased.
Yeah.
Like, if she gets real reckless and crazy and she starts calling me out my name, then hey, I'm gonna do the same thing. But I'm gonna do it in a respectful, disrespectful way, you know.
I do not co-sign that message that he gave out just now, family. And with that, that's our podcast for the day, family. What he said again, that's why the most attractive woman always ain't the right one. Mm.
That's why the most
Mm.
attractive woman always ain't the right, or or she's extremely attractive to the social norm. Because I'm gonna tell you this, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna tell you this. I seen a woman online, she's real attractive to the social norm, and I done talked to her on her lives and stuff like that. And we done, had a good conversation, like how we having a conversation right here. We done had a conversation like that. And what I realized with her, she's a very attractive woman to the social standards. But
Mm-hmm.
the type of women that I really adore, they don't fit the social standards.
Mm.
A lot of times they don't fit the social norm or the social standards, but it's just something about them to me that I'm attracted to. They're my type.
Mm-hmm.
Like like these some of these women that are celebrities that are very beautiful to the world are not my type. Like um exotic looking women from overseas and across the world. They're beautiful women. And I'm not saying I would never date a woman out, like, to be non-biased. I wouldn't say I wouldn't date those type of women, but I'm saying like my type is really like, from what I know now as a man, as a man now, my type is more like a black woman who's brown skin, slim, thick, and probably a little bit taller than me, since I'm considered short.
Mm-hmm.
uh, but I'm just being real. Like, I'm just keeping it a
Mm-hmm.
stack. But yeah, that's it. And then maybe
Mm-hmm.
like and then little slim chocolate girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, hey. But
Okay.
that's just my type. That's just how my mentality is. So
I got you. I got you. Well, brother, good brother, you already know. You know the vibe. That's the end of the podcast. Yo, what's your name again? What's your name? True Angel. Please like, subscribe. Please subscribe to the page. I think you're the only one on here right now. Subscribe to the page. You like the content, all this other good stuff. Subscribe to the page. We keep this going. It's BIA. We about to go with this. We about to go again tomorrow. We're going to go it tomorrow and Thursday. Most I willing. Thursday and
yeah.
preferably Friday. Subscribe. Hit that the notification notify button. Let's get it rocking. Holy water, bring us home, sir.
Well, hold on, man. Let me bring us home real quick, man. Hold on.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
There you go.
I'm more biased than he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring us home tonight. Yeah, yeah. Goodbye, goodbye. Insecurities moving high. Boundaries move aside. All right, that's it.
That's family. Peace, positivity. Thank you for the podcast. Thank you for Angel. You were the only person in here showing love. I appreciate you. You enjoy. I appreciate. Hope you continue liking our content. Peace and prosperity, family. Peace and prosperity. Brother Leo, brother Conscious South, holy water with a green tea. Peace, family. Peace.